Hey everybody, this is Isaac. Ladies, don't you hate that when you get into an argument, discussion, a difference of opinion, or some type of dispute that he shuts down, he withdraws, or he goes silent? Let me give you 5 reasons why men go silent, they withdraw, or they just shut down. Number 1, self-preservation. Number 2, insulation. Number 3, interrogation. Number 4, the lack of maturation. And number 5, it's simple. His feelings are hurt. He just doesn't know how to tell you. So let's dig for a quick moment. Number 1, self-preservation. So he doesn't want to say something that he can't take back. He doesn't want to do something that he would live to regret. So his option of withdrawing is to preserve our relationship. You don't realize this, but he would say to himself, whether he has a temper, whether he's extremely angry, his mode of preserving what you all have is by making sure he withdraws, because he would much rather go silent than to speak something that would hurt you or do something that would harm your relationship. It's just that simple. That's his way of protecting the relationship. That's his way of protecting you all, by taking a step back and making sure he could gather himself. And gathering himself for you often looks like shutting down, which in fact what he's doing is he's protecting what you all have. Number 2, insulation. He's going to insulate himself because he feels a familiar pain, right? There is a wound that is unhealed. Therefore, whatever has taken course in your conversation or your interaction, it is a familiar experience. And so it triggers him. And so as a result, he shuts down, because to shut down is a way that he insulates himself from experiencing further hurt. Whatever has taken place, whatever has been said or done, it's familiar territory. So all he knows is to shut down so he can protect his heart, he can protect his emotions, he can protect his mind. So he's insulating himself. Now it comes off as shutting down to you. It comes off as him doing it intentionally to hurt you, when in fact he's trying to care for himself. And that's the only way he knows how, or the best way he knows how to care for himself, because there is a familiar pain or familiar trauma present, and he's trying to protect himself from it. Number 3, interrogation. Sometimes he will shut down, he will go silent, or he will withdraw because he does not know exactly what he feels, and he doesn't know what to do about that. So he needs to withdraw so he can analyze, he can assess what's really going on in his heart, in his mind, in his spirit. So again, you can interpret him going silent as an attack against you, when in fact he doesn't quite know what's going on inside of him. So he needs time to feel. Every man needs time to feel. So he will withdraw because he's trying to assess what's really going on in his life, in his mind, as a result of your conversation or your interaction. Number 4, the lack of emotional maturation. Now, I don't care how old he is. I don't care whatever his profession is. Our emotional progression is not always parallel to our chronological clock. And sometimes we stop aging at the place or the time in which we experienced an injury. And sometimes we will go through life and people would not have demanded that we grow in that area. So emotionally, some men are emotionally underdeveloped, and they have not developed in that area because there was not a demand on their life to grow. So their resort in an argument or a discussion, or when there is feedback, is to shut down. And shutting down is because they don't want to hear anything that is contrary to what they believe or what they want to hear or what doesn't feel good. And that's not okay, but that's what they understand and that's what they know. And number 5 is simple. His feelings are hurt, and he doesn't quite know how to communicate to you that whatever has been said, whatever has been done, it makes him feel a way. And he's hurt, he's shocked, and he doesn't know how to tell you, hey, what you said and what you did, it actually hurt my feelings. Right? And so we think that men are made of steel, but we're even more sensitive than women actually give us credit for. And so we're hypersensitive. So it could be that he's shutting down, he's withdrawing because his feelings are hurt. And you, the one who he's allowed close to him, close to his heart, has wounded him or hurt his feelings, and you don't even realize it. So the question you have is, what do we do about this information? It's good that when the event has passed, emotions have subsided, and we are all sober, to let's talk about how do we want to disagree. How do we want to disagree healthy? But women, I need you to understand that for a man, he needs to be given permission to feel. And feeling for him is an internal thing. So therefore, you might think that everything is business as usual, but for a man, he needs time to deal with what he's going through or what he's feeling. And that means he can't just always do business as usual. He may be silent, and he can't just function the way that you want him to function. He's actually processing. And when you try to make that process quick, then it actually prolongs it. So if he's feeling pain, delayed pain is still pain, but he needs you to give him permission to feel. Now, it doesn't mean that he can extend that for weeks at a time, so we need to talk about the turnover rate. How can we do this and you feel, but you don't leave me in limbo forever? So it's a happy medium in which you two need to have a conversation and what that looks like. But I repeat, please give him time and space and permission to feel. I hope this helps. Peace.